and hand over to Steve. If we can have everyone muted, Florence.
Yes, I'm actually trying to find that.
Australian Stephen. And this even.
I can mute all.
All good.
Alrighty, we'll kick it off on that note. Okay, thank you all. Namaskar and greetings and good afternoon and good evening for all of the folks who've joined here for this exclusive session that we're gonna have an interactive workshop on design-led innovation as part of this Hash Rehack hackathon, which has been curated as part of the Australia-India Innovation Bridge. We've had enormous amount of response. Thank you all for really taking the opportunity to be part of this special program as part of the Australia-India Innovation Bridge series and really showcase some great ideas as part of the 5 themes and idea challenge areas that we have come up with. Great to see that you could make it to this session as well, which I'm sure you will leverage
So let's hear on chat. Okay, so Florence just put on chat. Could you tell us why you wanted to be part of the hackathon? Okay, and what's one problem in this world you'd like to solve? So if you can start generating in the chat, you can use that later on. Okay, so my goal today is really to look at innovation. Innovation is in between idea and execution. Okay, it's messy, it's uncomfortable, but we'll get through it. And what we'll also do for you after the session, if you're live streaming or on the call tonight, we'll share the slides and the templates and the content so you can do it time and time again. Okay, that's my offer for you today. Okay, so we're going to do a design sprint, okay? And a design sprint is based on design thinking. Okay, it was created from Stanford University and IDEO to really focus on the user, to solve complex, wicked problems, to ensure that you've got product market fit. So I'm really, really focused on that. Okay, so in the chat as well, what we've done is sent you some Google links. Okay, so we've sent you Google links of not only the templates of the sprint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the questions that we're actually running through. Okay, so check that out in the Zoom chat. And then, first of all, we're going to work on your ideal customer persona, okay? So what you think you are building out, okay, and who you are building it out for. So, Florence, could we share the empathy map with everyone? Okay, so we are going to get you in breakout rooms, in teams, which hopefully is going to work tonight, is build out an empathy. So, do we have that, Florence? So, we want you to focus on a customer persona, okay? This is a fictional representation of your ideal customer and your user of your product, okay? They focus on the goals of the user, the individual characteristics and the attitudes, and how they examine what to expect from the product, okay? We form customer personas from research. Okay, so on the call right now, if you haven't downloaded the templates, take a photo, okay, or a screenshot or whatever you can do of the persona right now, because you're going to need that in your breakout room. Okay, personas really inspire imagination and keep the focus on the person in the middle of the page, okay? And what we want you to do, we want you to name them. We want you to tell me if they're a man or a woman, how old they are, okay? You really need to get in the heart's mind the person you're designing for. Okay, so fingers crossed. Are the breakout rooms working, Florence?
Let me check this. No one is assigned.
Okay, well, that didn't work.
No.
Okay, well, we just need to put them in random break.
Okay.
And Malik, just stay with us.
Yeah.
Malik.
It's all right. He'll just.
Malik, you can just come back to us. It might be simpler like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And 15 minutes, right?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, let's start.
We have them automatically going.
Yeah.
Do you think these guys have internet problems?
Some of them may, but mostly it should be good. And these days, 4G is pretty good there in India.
So did you click the automatically assign?
I think I did, yes. But I've tried to be really quick, so I can't be 100% sure. Ritesh is asking for help. Should I go?
If you click it from the start every time,
Yeah.
bring them in and out, they go now.
Ritesh is asking for help in breakout room 9. Would you like me to send you there? Stephen, did you hear me?
Yeah, send me through.
Sorry.
I went to 5, Florence. Can you send
I actually didn't send you anywhere. Like, I don't know how you went there because I didn't
Well,
send
it's
you.
because I've got automatically assigned. So
Okay.
can you?
So you're in 5. There's 7 asking for help as well. All right, I'm sending you to 7.
Okay, he's in there by himself. But what about all these other people?
So there's a lot of people just not joining or just being blocked in the middle.
Okay, well, if
so I'm just going to move him somewhere else.
Yeah, otherwise we'll just keep them all here if it's not working.
I've just sent that person to another one.
We got some messages that people are not able to join the Zoom session. Are they in lobby or something else?
Sorry, Sam. Kid, joining the session or joining the breakout room?
Session.
It should. Well,
I just got 2 calls right now.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't be sure. They need to click on the Zoom link and add their password. So
Yeah, there is no one waiting as well, and we don't have 100 even now. So
are you putting all these people in the breakout rooms now, Florence?
Yeah, I'm trying to, because I can see some people are dropping out and then some are just by themselves suddenly. So I'm trying to move them around.
Okay.
So it comes back like it's on and off all the time. I'm not sure why. Yeah. Might be Zoom.
So next time, I think we just recover all and just send them to their allocated rooms.
yeah.
This is not working. Okay, so Malik, obviously this is not ideal at all. Should we just keep them in the one room and just
Yeah.
as a whole group?
Yeah,
I don't like what's happening right now.
I agree. That's fine.
All right.
Let's do that.
Close all the rooms. Florence, bring them back.
Okay.
2 people waiting.
Can we tick that they just join the call without us? Okay, welcome back, everyone. I'm sorry about that. Unfortunately, the breakout rooms were not working.
There's still 30 seconds, Stephen, because they still have 60 seconds to come back. So we still have to wait, sorry.
Okay.
Lawrence, if I can grab your help, are you able to log into Facebook with an account?
As my account, you mean?
A new account?
Do you want me to, I'm not going to be able to do everything at once, though, to do this and still monitor what's happening right now.
When you have time.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Unfortunately, the breakout rooms were not working. Not all the participants have joined. That means that some of you were in breakout rooms by yourselves. So we're going to go through the empathy map together as a group. Florence, could you please share the empathy map again for us?
Of course.
So if everyone has either got the digital version of the empathy map or they can draw it on a piece of paper, but we really want you to get to an ideal customer very quickly. Okay, so we're going to have 5 minutes. I want you now to name the person. Are they male, female? How old they are? Pick an age. Okay, pick, are they still living at home? Do they have a wife? Do they have a husband? Do they have children? Okay, so within 30 seconds, map out an individual person, okay? And then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so hopefully by now you've got a name of your ideal customer, okay? Now go around the box and in those grey, in the grey trigger questions, will help you start to build empathy for your user. Okay, so what do they think? Okay, what are they worried about? What do they get joy out of? What would they like to change? Okay, so start populating things about your customer that, you know, really inspires them. Then you want to understand what they see. Okay, are they able to go through life, you know, quite easily, or do they have trouble? What motivates them? How do they make contact? Things like that. So start building out different scenarios. What do they say? What do they say to their friends? What do they say to their parents? What do they say to their loved ones? Okay. What do they do in their spare time? Do they just watch YouTube videos or the Indian equivalent? I don't know, Malik. What's the Indian equivalent? Is TikTok there yet?
All YouTube, big time. TikTok was banned there.
Okay, there you go, YouTube. And what are they hearing? How do they access information? What do their friends say? What influences them? Okay, and how do they, you know, how do they get up to speed with the latest interaction? So all of this will allow you to get your customer understanding of their gains and their pains. Okay, so what do they aspire to be? Okay, and you want to amplify that. And then what frustrates them the most, you want to eliminate that. Okay, we really want to get advocates. Okay, so it's now 8:04, so we better keep moving. So is everyone comfortable with an empathy map? Now remember, we've only got 90 minutes. Okay, and I teach design thinking to senior executives over 12 days. Okay, so we've got 90 minutes. So what that means, you need to go away and populate these out before the weekend. Because once you get to the weekend, you'll be working very rapidly and you want to have as much research done on your ideal customer as possible. Okay, so let's now pick your company, pick your challenge. Okay, so what we've also done is put a link in the chat to a Google Drive of different challenge questions. Now, we spoke to Malik and Sam Kit and we created these challenges wrapped around the themes of the hackathon. Okay, so Florence, can you share that slide, please? Slide 10. And what you're going to do now is, hopefully you already know what challenge you're trying to solve. Okay, so all right, so if you're going to solve something in the healthcare or the medtech system, go to the far left. In the top middle, if you're looking for supply chain, pick that one. On the right, if you're looking for education or training or communication, look at that one. Okay, down the bottom right, if you're looking for e-commerce, online environments and adoption of new technology, look at that one. Or if you're looking for fintech and global payments and fast payments, look at the bottom left. Okay, so just again, take a photo of that if you don't have access to the Google Drive. Take a photo of that and pick your challenge. It's really important. Okay, so is everyone good with that? Has anyone got any questions right now? Okay, let's stop sharing for a second. Okay, So hopefully everyone's picked their challenge question, okay? You're now going to redefine the problem, okay? So I've given you the problem, which is how might we fix it? You now need to look at your ideal customer and adopt it into that framework, okay? So if your ideal customer was a young 20-year-old adopting new technology, but cannot associate with his elderly grandparents because they just don't understand the new technology. So how might we enable the younger generation to communicate with the older generation when they have different technological needs? Okay, does that make sense? So focus on your ideal customer, rearrange that challenge statement to fit that need. Okay, so we're going to, hopefully you've got that, you start writing it down. We'll give you 2 minutes to do that. Okay, so feel free to just put your cameras off if you need some thinking time. Otherwise, we're going to keep looking at you. If anyone needs any help, just either call out or send a message in the chat and Florence will have a look at it for you, okay? Okay, so Shiv has asked in the chat, do we need to answer the questions? No, you pick the one that is affiliated with your theme that you've chosen for your idea in the hackathon. Okay, so if it's healthcare, you pick the healthcare problem statement. Okay, and then you customize it to how to solve the problem for your ideal customer. Remember, innovation is all about product market fit. Okay, so whatever you're creating must have a market opportunity. Okay, otherwise you don't continue. Okay, but it can only have a market opportunity when you solve customers' needs. That's why this is so important to understand empathy and what the users like and don't like. Okay, hopefully that helps. All right, so we need to now move on to sprint number 3. Okay, so just check that chat, Florence, while I go through sprint number 3. Okay, now what you've done is you've picked the customer. Okay, you've decided on the challenge question and you've customized the challenge question to the customer. You now need to start creating ideas of how to solve that challenge for your customer. Okay, this is called ideation. Okay, just coming up with ideas, right? Okay, so this is what you'll do. We've got 10 minutes. Okay, and we'll give you 5 minutes just to write down as many ideas as possible. Okay, just on pieces of paper or wherever it is, ideas to solve the problem for your customer. Okay, these could be big or small. Okay, so spend 5 minutes doing that. Okay, now I think what we were saying, okay, is that there's no such thing as a bad idea. Okay, what gets in the road of a bad idea is someone telling you it's a bad idea. So just be as crazy as you like. Do you guys know Elon Musk? Yeah. No one tells him that an idea is bad. So reach for the stars. Okay, don't worry about time. Don't worry about budget. Just write down some ideas. You got 4 minutes now. Hopefully you've already started jotting some down. Okay. Please keep asking us questions in the chat if you're unclear. Tell me if I'm too quick or too slow. Malik, how am I going? Is it paced okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I think some people may have had, challenges with the network, but yeah, I think we're responding to those queries anyway.
That's
all good.
what I really want to emphasize, sorry, I can't speak today, is we've got the repeatable process.
Correct.
We've got the templates. They can go away and do it again.
Yeah. So, and some of the startups or teams have already submitted ideas. So this is a good recap of the process they need to make sure that they've validated. So one of the things that I will take a cue is that customer validation and the market validation, which is very important. And we've highlighted that that's one of the needs that you need to meet as part of the criteria as well as we shortlist you. Yeah.
And you never stop.
Yeah.
Okay, you might have landed on a solution, but the market might have shifted.
Yes.
So then you need to keep updating it. This is why startups are really good, because they're agile, they're adaptive, they're not big companies that are wedded to people telling you no.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for sending that in the chat, Shane. Okay, so basically, that's great that you've got an overarching vision, and education for all is very important to me as well. But think of little ideas that you can do right now to prove, okay, to prove your business model. Very important. The startups don't have money, pretty much. So we need to really think of these innovative ideas to test really quickly and to gain traction. Okay, so moving on, we'll need to move on to basically, how are we doing with time? We're pretty good, aren't we? Slides. Okay, so what we do now, we've hopefully you've come up with about 10, 15 ideas, okay, to solve the challenge. Now what you want to do in 2 minutes is bring those ideas all together. So cluster them based on if they're similar, okay? And then what you do, you actually probably create a super idea, okay? So just spend a bit of time in the next 90 seconds just theming them, okay? So for Shane, he's talking about a coding school. They could be themed in ideas for recruiting students, ideas for recruiting teachers, ideas for, you know, having an online platform, maybe. Okay. Okay, we've got a supply chain question on the chat. Yes, you might have many customers, okay, but we're needing to build personas for all your ideal customers. And we do that because we want you to target that niche market, okay? If you've got time and resources and money, you can focus on all the rest. The ones that are going to give you as much validation, as much traction as possible. You can't be everything to everyone, and your marketing message can't be everything to everyone. So pick just the most important. Okay, so hopefully we've clustered everything for you right now, and you're starting to gain an understanding of what your idea is going to be about. Okay, so now we're going to maybe we ask for some ideas. Who wants to give us an idea? Do you want to pick some people randomly, Malik, just to ask them to turn on their cameras and share their idea?
Let us prompt anyone interested to share your ideas, Amaya or...
Hi, so should I share my idea using the chat or?
No, just talk about it.
Just verbally would be great.
So hi, I'm Umair, and the idea that I'm working on is to build something which can measure how our health is with a certain amount of medical examination. So if I have X amount of exams in the medical examination, I go and I have my exam in the medical examination, and I have an overall score, and the overall score it recommends me the medication instead of being a doctor or a junior doctor being involved in the whole idea.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now that you've got your idea, we're actually going to build out a prototype. Okay, now does anyone know what a prototype is? Can anyone tell me? What's a prototype, Malik?
And I'm sure some of you have already built the prototype. Do you guys want to share what kind of prototype you've built, or what do you think is a prototype? Anyone wants to go for it?
Minimum working model, perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Okay.
So what we've got, we're going to have a paper working model in 10 minutes. Okay, you've created your ideas. You've found out what the most challenging question is for your ideal customer. Florence is now going to share you a template, which is basically what you can take a photo of. And this is a very way to make a paper prototype, okay? So what we want to do, we want to get you to name your solution, okay? We want you to tell us why it's a good idea. You want to tell us who is your ideal target customer, okay? Remember, one, okay? You want to describe the solution, what it does. You need to also tell us about your next steps to progress your idea. What do you need? Do you need time? Do you need resources? Do you need money? Do you need mentors? Do you need connections? We really want you to ask, okay? The entrepreneurship industry is amazing. You just need to ask people what you need, okay? And then you need to visually represent how your solution would be used. You know, they always say a picture is worth 1,000 words. But if you can articulate in a drawing how your solution adds value to your customers, then you're halfway there to build it out, okay? So you've got 10 minutes now to build out your solution, okay? What do you reckon, Malik? Should we try breakout rooms again?
Do we have the size now happening?
Oh, we got 32. I'm just wondering if they'll be a bit more engaging if they talk amongst themselves. And
Yeah, we can give it a go again if we can.
Okay, so it's going to be sent out randomly because it's not
Yep.
working otherwise. How
Yep.
long do you want that for, Stephen?
about 8 minutes. But before you do, can you put in chat just the questions that they need to ask?
The questions that are on the prototype sheet?
Yeah, select an idea, how could it work, what's needed, who does it, who can help.
Okay. All right, let's try the breakout rooms.
Okay, check out your chat when you go into your rooms and create that template.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
So, okay, so the machine doesn't have to be manned or to be operated manually. So if you're a customer, just come and then pay via your mobile phone, and then the grains are measured automatically, and then you get your own grains. I think that's just the summary of our project.
Nice. So, I mean,
Okay.
have you also thought of this particular market scenario? Like, who's going to be your customer? Like, definitely you're creating the vending machine, but the average user is not going to pay for the vending machine. So, are you going to be like working yourself? Are you going to work with partners?
Okay. We are going to work with partners, particularly the. Okay, I come from an area where we grow rice, and they are normally the irrigation schemes, the boards. So those are our partners that we're thinking about. So that when you are now getting to the consumers, there'll be our like agents or sales agents. Yes.
That's nice. I think that, I mean, and are you the first movers into the market? Are you like, are there any companies doing the same thing, or are you one of the first one entering into that particular area or region you're targeting specifically?
Okay. As for now, there isn't anyone doing the same, but I think soon maybe there might be some people who might think of also coming into the market. But right now, I've not seen any. We have done our research, and the only existing ones are the ones for maybe vending the snacks and sodas. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I think this is going to be a little bit a growth market.
Everyone is back.
Okay, so just telling us about your idea is not good enough. Okay, we know you've already got good ideas, but we need to improve on the ideas. Okay, and you can only improve on the ideas by going out and testing all these different little assumptions and things like that. Okay, so we want you to get the most out of this before you launch, and hopefully before you're accepted into hackathon, so that you don't need to go out and get customer validation or identify the market opportunity whilst you're in that very intense environment, because you want to be focused on building, okay, your hopefully MVP. Okay, so now, who has a completed template? Who has a completed prototype template?
Hi, sir. This is Utkarsh.
Yeah, can you show us your completed template?
Sir, I have ready with my prototype, but with my presentation. If you want, I can show you that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see your presentation, okay, because I expect everyone has got good ideas already, okay, but we want to actually build upon your ideas, okay. If you're just coming to this session and just want to share your presentation, you know, it's not getting us any further or more rigor in the design process, because you're probably still just relying on opinions. Okay, you're only relying on what you know, okay, and what you think the market needs. So with your presentation, have you validated it with your ideal customers?
Yeah, of course. Basically, we have validated in our Indian market, and also I guess that would be a huge thing will be inside the global market as well, because we are targeting on the medical sector, through which we can connect to all the segment of the medical needs, all the pillars for the medical sectors. So I think I have validated. I have worked on the marketing as well. So I guess this will be the bringing a huge revolution inside the market on the global as well.
Okay, but that doesn't tell me anything, right? You know, like you can't just commercialize in the global market. You need to find one very specific part of the market to test your product in. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
Uber, you know, Uber went from city to city to start launching their business. They then found drivers, and then they found customers. And they did that by going through all the phone directories, looking for limo drivers, and then they got people to then use their first generation app to see if they would hitch a ride with them. Okay? You can't just go north, you just can't go India to the world. Yeah? So which country would you commercialize in it first?
Okay. Our prime target for what I am targeting is India, but it can be also work on the global market, I think.
And who is your ideal customer?
So right now, as there is a biggest pandemic going on, so I guess through this medical, through what the product I am going to deliver them, that is really needed by the, that is basically a need right now. So I guess this will be bringing the revolution.
No, but is it you mean it's a need for everyone?
Yeah, sir.
So how do you market to everyone? Tell me that.
No, is there a segment within this everyone that you're defining? Is that is it the healthcare professionals or residents, community people, or who within that whole ecosystem or the whole market that you're looking at that you would have as a target customer, your ideal target customer? Who do you start with?
Sir, our ideal customer will be basically India, sir. But yeah, sure. As sir mentioned, that we will be starting from a city or a state itself. For example, sir, myself, I'm from Delhi, so I will take an example of Delhi, and I will tell you the whole, like, the demographic of what I'm expecting. Sir, our app is basically will be working on smartphones, so our audience will be have to be the one who have the smartphones. And as in India, I don't know about the whole world right now, but as in India, smartphones is still not like a necessity thing for everyone. So our target audience will be the one with the smartphones. Second of all, it will be mostly the adults above the age of, I think, so 18 or 17, which knows how to like work on the smartphones on a daily basis. And it will be below 70, I think so, because above 70 people have a tough time with smartphones.
Okay, I'll have to stop you there. Okay, because you can't market a new product to a 17-year-old and a 70-year-old. They look for different things. They find information through different channels. They have different problems to solve. So if you've done step one very effectively, you would have built out your ideal customer. And an ideal customer is someone that you need to specify a particular age, demographic, psychographic, understanding of their individual problems. Startups cannot market and sell to everyone. They need to focus. Okay, you as individuals need to focus. I implore you, if you can only take one thing away from tonight, okay, is unless you've got $1 billion to market to 17 to 70-year-olds, your startup is not going to survive. Okay, sorry to give you that real harsh.
No, sir, that's a really good advice on our part, because that's something we wanted to know. Like, that's a really a good guidance for us to focus on a particular age group and a small age gap, not a huge age gap, as I said. Thank you, sir, for such guidance.
No worries. And it's not to mean that you eventually will not sell to the whole market, but you go one by one. Remember, Uber went from one city to the next. They didn't go to the whole country at once. We need to understand we don't have many resources as startups. We don't have the capital. We don't have the marketing budgets big companies do. But what we have is drive, tenacity, and we break rules, okay? Not criminal rules, but we break existing business models. And that's what you all are very good at, okay? But you need to ensure that you're not wasting your time or effort by going too broad, okay? All right, so hopefully that helped, and hopefully I didn't get in trouble by Mr. Malik, because that's the last thing I want to do. Okay, so where are we? Okay, well, everyone's desperate, okay? Everyone's desperate to pitch their idea, okay? So let's go and work out how you can pitch your idea in a very succinct way, okay? So we're going to give you a very quick and easy frame to pitch. So if we could share slide 17, Florence. And this is called an elevator pitch. Has anyone ever heard of an elevator pitch before? Okay, it's something that you do in between 45 seconds and a minute to get someone's attention. And then once you've got their attention, hopefully they give you their business card or LinkedIn address. Then you go and stalk them and hustle them and hopefully get a meeting to talk about their further opportunities. Okay, what we really want you to focus on is the bottom half of this, okay? The elevator pitch. Okay, you know how. Start your sentence by you know how, okay? Who is your target customer? What is their problem? And how are you going to solve it? Okay, so if I was to do it about my business, I'm in education. So I'll talk about businesses. You know how small businesses do not have time to learn. What we do is, okay, this is how we invoke feelings and benefits. What we do is empower company executives or business owners to understand that they can adopt new practices through innovation, okay? In fact, this is why, okay? And tell them about a future state. This is why I want to make as many businesses as successful as possible to get through this current pandemic and how we can actually all be benefiting from an ecosystem approach in the future. Okay, again, everyone take a photo, screenshot this. We want you to spend 5 minutes writing out your idea in this elevator pitch. And then we'll come back as a group and people will get time to pitch it, okay? But it needs to be in this framework, okay? Okay, Raj Kumar, you have raised your hand.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. What about you, sir?
Good, good. How can I
Sir,
help?
sir, can I share my idea with you right now?
No, I want you to rewrite your idea in that elevator pitch, and then you can share it, okay?
Make sure you follow that format that Stephen had outlined, the elevator pitch, the 3 key things, highlighting those elements, and then you come back to this forum and we'll get you to do the elevator pitch.
Okay, sir.
The format is in the chat, okay?
Yeah.
So have
Florence,
a look
if
at
you want
the
to
chat.
show that screen again, yeah, it'll be.
Okay.
We'll leave it up there for the whole 5 minutes.
Yeah. Just the second part, which says the elevator pitch. You know
I'm
how.
gonna move it up a bit, Florence, so you can see the bottom bit.
And that's Stephen mentioned, needs to be not more than 45 seconds to 1 minute. And this is very important as you go through the hack days and the final pitch video and the pitch that you're able to convey these elements.
Could you give an example of your business, Malik, in that elevator pitch? Not putting you on the spot or anything.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Or maybe do it for the hack. Can you,
Yeah, well, yeah,
that
definitely.
would be good.
Yeah.
Or should I do it for you? Oh, I've scared him off.
Sorry, Stephen, I just had to duck out.
I thought I scared you off.
No, actually, just being honest, it's my birthday today, so the family was just waiting. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
But let's all sing happy birthday
No,
to Malik.
please. No, that's all
Come
right.
on.
Birthday, Irfan.
No,
Happy
thank
birthday.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy
So,
birthday to you.
thank you. Please don't embarrass me. I just needed to quickly hop out to join my family and be back anyway. But that's all right. I'm back. We've got 12, 15 minutes to go.
Thank you so much for giving up your birthday.
Yeah, that's all right. Let's get on to
lovely
this.
entrepreneurs.
No, let's give it a go. My elevator pitch. You know how? Okay, I think I'll just go on the fly. I'll try and weave this. You know how the startups in India and Australia have challenges to actually scale themselves to international markets. They struggle to grow, and that's something which we are looking to help them resolve. We know what we do is by curating programs and very targeted approach and access outcomes. We want to really create that impact for these startups and help them achieve those growth that they are looking to achieve. In fact, this is why even we have programs like this Australia-India Innovation Bridge, which actually is a structured program to connect the ecosystem at multi-levels, but also then have targeted programs at a startup level to actually help them grow and accelerate. So yeah, that's my first cut.
Perfect. What I'd just ask is to get more personal towards the entrepreneur.
Yeah.
How they're going to go from an early stage into a scale up.
Yeah.
By trusting you and your process.
Feeling part. That's great.
Absolutely. Because remember, everyone on the call, you might have a globally scalable product. I'm not one to judge that right now, but people buy into you. People really buy in to how authentic you are when you deliver your pitch. So if people don't trust you, they're not going to buy you. It doesn't matter if you've got, the best electronic vehicle in the world. Okay. So how about we ask some people to do a 45-second elevator pitch based on that format? Who wants to go? You've been desperate all night to pitch your idea. Now let's do it.
Ritesh, you want to go?
So yes, I'll go. Am I audible now?
Yep, go for it.
Yes. So thank you for the opportunity. You know how it is difficult for a paralyzed patient or a bed patient to communicate with the doctor at the times of emergency. So at the times of emergency, the patient is very critical and he needs sort of immediate attention. So in order to get this done, what we do is we have designed a project. We have designed 3 products basically. So each product is connected with one another, 2 hardware products and a software app to integrate these 2 products. One is our medical stick and is a wearable headband, and third one, the most important one, is our app. So in fact, this is why we designed, we formed up a team and came up with this Meditron, our project idea, and this connects the patients with the doctors in a very effective manner, and we planned it to do it in our local hospitals, local private hospitals. They'll be of very small things, and once we introduced it to small private organizations and these private hospitals, we could go to larger foundations and public sector, which is our ultimate aim to look for. Thank you for that time. And
absolutely. Well done. I'd actually start by when you say, how small private hospitals or small local hospitals have trouble, whatever the problem is.
Okay, I get it.
Because you really want someone to listen straight away. But thank you for following the framework. Hopefully it's helped and makes it a bit easier to articulate your idea. Who else wants to go?
So sorry for the interruption. Can I ask a doubt now? Just a 2-second doubt. Actually, hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Okay. Yes, the doubt is that actually we've already submitted the presentation and it consists of a good amount of research, but not at the very ground level. So do we need to alter that, or else the time factor is a big problem here with our
No, you have submitted, so we'll definitely take a cue of that. So if you are successful for the next stage, then these are the elements that you need to incorporate as you go into the hack day and the subsequent pitch sessions.
Sure, thank
you. Okay, who else followed that framework and can pitch to us right now? Come on, I know you're all entrepreneurs and you're all confident human beings.
Yeah, hi sir.
Go for it.
I actually haven't worked on it completely because I have a few missing incompletes here. But I think I'll pass for now, and I will let someone else take part here. I'm still working on the main framework. Thank you.
Oh, come on. Put yourself out there. The hardest part is just starting, and you've already come this far.
Okay, so I think I'll go. Okay, so I think here we have to do the elevator pitch, right?
Yep. So you know how. How your customer has a problem.
So okay, so I'll start now. Okay, cool. Every time you have a health issue, what you try to do is you approach a doctor who is a medical expert and who does not, who might not be in a very near vicinity, and then you have to visit him all the time. But if you actually try to have a health scorecard of your own health after a few medical examinations, either once a quarter or once in 6 months, it might be an easier part for you to track your health. The application which I'm trying to make, okay, so no, the second part is what we do. Okay, so what I do here is I am trying to build an application which tries to recommend a few health exercises and a few medications and approach to a few doctors online, so you don't have to step out of the house, and you can actually track an immeasurable activity, which is your health. And I am sharing this story right now because I have seen a lot of elders who can't step out of the house, especially in this pandemic, and it has been a big pain for them to actually visit a doctor amidst this pandemic. So that's how I came up with this idea, and I'm open for a few suggestions.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you so much for just trying. Okay, what I'll do, I really got interested in your story at the end. When you said my personal story, I have seen elderly people have this. Start with that. Okay?
Okay.
Because even if the elevator doors open and the person has to leave, you've already made an impression and they'll give you their business card. Okay?
That's a smart tip. Thank you.
Well done. Okay, we have time for one more. Does anyone want to have a go?
It would be great to have your feedback as well from the pitch on the chat, Stephen. On the pitch, sorry.
There's Raj Kumar. You want to go?
Yes, sir, I have to go. Hello.
Can you pitch? Do you want to do your elevator pitch?
Yes, sir, I have to tell the 5 things you have given on the pitch, that 6th one. Hello. Hello.
We're not getting it.
Listen, the thing which you have given on the screen too, that's it. To say the scenario, the fire benefits, that's all the
No, no,
things.
no, 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 no.
Oh.
No, no, no. We just needed the elevator pitch. Let's see if someone else is interested.
Raj Kumar's raised his hand.
No, no. I think he's focusing on other, the top elements.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No worries. All right. Well, what should we do, Malik? Should we
No,
go
we'll
and
just
have some
recap
birthday
on
cake?
that and the whole journey, and then summarize it.
Okay, so you've now gone through the full design sprint process. Okay, so you've got 6 steps. Now you've already submitted your applications for the rehack, and I believe the finalists will be announced later tonight. However, once hopefully everyone here, because you are successful, even if you're not, go away. You've got these templates, you've got these steps. Really focus on the user and focus on the problem you're trying to solve. So that's it for us.
Good evening, sir.
Would like to thank you, okay, for participating. It was really nice seeing some of you on and the others listening. Hopefully you got a lot out of it. So that's it for me.
Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate that. Thanks, Florence, for coordinating this as well. We'll have this video on the Facebook live stream as well, or the video is uploaded on our YouTube channel. But most importantly, these are some of the tools that is practical, and as Stephen mentioned, that you can iterate and always check it up as you go for any pitch or any of the sessions. You can actually validate and go through that cycle again, irrespective of what stage you are. So definitely something which I would say that valuable tools that you can take on board, and something which we will be looking forward to see demonstrated during the hack days as well. All right, on that note, thank you again, and good luck and best wishes to all the finalists who will be shortlisted and announced by some kit and incubating team later tonight or tomorrow morning. And then look forward to having you all on board for the hack days on Friday and Saturday this week. Thank you again. Have a lovely evening. Namaskar. See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.